Joe Pugh for Pep Talk UK. I'm joined today by Jamie Moore and Aqib Fiaz ahead of Aqib's fight against Kevin Ospino. Did I pronounce that right?
I don't know, yeah. Ospino, is it? Something like, yeah, about right.
Or fight camp on Saturday night. How are you both?
Thank you, mate. Yeah, you? Good, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. All the better for speaking to you today. We'll start off with obviously the fight on Saturday night. Been a while since last fight against Baker. Do you think we're going to see an improvement in your performance, Aqib?
Yeah, most definitely. I've been in the gym since that fight. You know, like you say, it has been a long time, but I've been in the gym constantly working and developing. So most definitely, yeah.
Jamie, do you think we'll see an improved fighter?
Yeah, I think you'll see a different type of style. Obviously, as he said, he's been in the gym all the way through since the last fight. He's been in the gym all the way through ever since the start of all this for the last 18 months. So he's always improving. He's always training alongside Jack Catterall, who's always in the gym as well, and he's learned so much off Jack. So I think against Kane Baker, he's shown a different side of his style. That's not the main way he fights. That's not his first and foremost style. He's first and foremost a pressure fighter. So it's good to sort of tick that box and be able to do that over 8 rounds and change his style slightly. I think we'll see more of his natural style on Saturday.
Has it been frustrating not being able to get out as often as you'd like, Aqib?
No, not really. I think it's frustrating if you let it be frustrating. But I've used it as I've tried to turn the negative, which was obviously being inactive, into a positive by staying in the gym, being active, like mentioned before, in the gym every day with Jack Catterall, working and developing. Yeah, so it's been not really that frustrating, no.
And obviously it's the second week of fight camp. Did you watch last week's, and what did you make of the whole show and production?
Yeah, no, it looked good. It looked obviously better, even better than last year. It was a big spectacle last year, but it looks even bigger and better this year with fans as well. So yeah, really excited for Saturday.
Definitely. And Jamie, what do you make of the whole fight camp and DAZN link up?
Yeah, obviously it's massive for boxing.
Yeah.
I think competition's always a good thing. It makes other people sort of grow and improve as well. I think Eddie's done a fantastic job. He's obviously last year's fight camp was amazing. He's obviously looked at what was good, looked at what could have been improved, and he's added those improvements. So we've been down there for the first time today, and it was unbelievable. And I just think that, you know, like Aqib was saying there, he hasn't boxed for 10 months, but when boxing regularly is really good, you develop and improve. But if you've got big gaps in between and you're not in the gym, that's wasted time when you're in, you know, at the early stages of your career like that. As you get on, and you're older, more experienced, rest is better. But at the early start like this, it's definitely best to be in the gym and keep improving. And he, instead of sort of sulking about it, he took that time to improve his trade and work on the areas, his weaknesses, the parts what need improving. He's done that, and like I say, that's why I believe this performance on Saturday will be. I feel it's going to be pretty spectacular and pretty explosive.
And he's never been stopped. Am I right in saying that? Are you looking for the stoppage on Saturday, Aqib?
No, I mean, I've done that in the past and made mistakes and not looked the best. So I won't be making that mistake again. But you know, if it comes, it's coming. Yeah.
See, what can happen is when you go looking for the knockout, when you're miles ahead, is you walk onto a big left hook, and that's what happened with Tommy Coyle when he fought Derry Matthews. Didn't it, Derry? Yeah.
That was my tactic anyway, Jay.
He said, let him punch himself out and he's going to fucking bang him.
All part of the game plan.
Great tactics like anyone.
Obviously a big story of fight camp last week was involving someone you know very well, Carl Frampton. Bit of drama there with Shane again, obviously someone who you've sparred previously, Carl.
What happened?
Did you not see the video?
I missed it. No,
okay, so obviously Chris Billam-Smith is trained by Shane McGuigan.
Yeah.
And then there was a video of them passing each other in the lift, exchanging a few words.
I'm only whining.
You know, you do know, of course you know. I did think you was having one.
I've never seen him, what else?
I don't see the issue. At the end of the day, Carl was supporting supporting a lifelong friend in Tommy McCarthy, and he was passing the water up. Well, I don't see the controversy now. What's wrong with that?
Do you think that? Can you see why the McGuigans would get annoyed at that?
Not really. I think in the whole situation, I can understand why one person would be more upset than the others with stuff that had happened over that time period. So I don't think it should be McGuigans who should be upset. I don't see why they should be upset about a boxing person being in a corner passing the water up.
Yeah.
It's a small world, isn't it, boxing?
Of course it is.
You're going to bump into people.
Do you think the situation will ever get resolved?
It's been resolved, hasn't it?
Been resolved, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Water under the bridge. So what? So
yeah.
he was passing the water up. I don't see an issue.
All right,
he's
cool.
a fucking good water boy, Carl. I've seen him. He's been in the gym. He's really good.
Not expensive though.
Yeah.
He's like my mate Lynch, who's the plaster up. His tagline is "I'm there, but I'm good," and that's what Carl says.
Do you think you're getting mates rates, Jamie?
The mates rates, no. Do you know what? He'll charge me for a whack. I know he will. Nah, saying that, he might give me a discount because I let him stay at my house during the lockdown last time. When he was in training camp, he stayed at my house, so I reckon I might get a discount this time.
Yeah, knock it off that rent.
Yeah.
Also in the gym, Jamie, we've got Jack Catterall. First of all, you said he's still in the gym all the time. Is he preparing for the Josh Taylor fight, or is that a fight that's obviously we know that it's meant to happen? Do you believe that will happen?
We've been preparing for the Josh Taylor fight since before the Ramirez fight because we anticipated Josh winning, and the deal was, Jack would allow that fight to happen, so it was for all 4 belts, and then he would get the opportunity to fight for all 4 belts. So it made sense for us and them. And so we've been doing that. We understand how big a task it is. Josh Taylor's a phenomenal fighter, but nobody knows how good Jack Catterall is yet. Jack will be better the better opposition he's in with. And so like I say, I know it's a tough fight, but we're getting closer to it now. Jack's been waiting 3 years. He's 3 years in September that he was made mandatory for the world title. So it's a hell of a long time. Politics have got in the way, but there's light at the end of the tunnel now. So hopefully before the end of the year, him and Josh Taylor can get at it.
Yeah. Aqib, how good's Jack looking in the gym?
Like I say, we've seen Jack. I think we've only seen sort of 60-70% in the gym of how good he can be. But his spars, some of his spars is really, really good. And for me, he's like a role model to me. He's like a big brother in the gym. He's always there, and we're always working together. And I've learned so much off him as well. And definitely, like Jamie said, he'll raise his game for Josh Taylor. He knows he has to, so it could bring the best out of him. Yeah, and we expect him to get the job done.
How do you think he beats? I'll ask you both of you. How do you think he beats Josh Taylor? Because we know how good he is.
I think he's got to be smart. He's got to have his time. He's got to be spot on. So Jack's not been in the ring for a long time. So that could be a problem in one sense. But as we was talking about Aqib before, he's always in the gym. So you lose your timing when you go away from what you do. And he spars once a week. But he doesn't take punishment because he's so clever and defensively he's so good. So as Aqib said, is an absolute role model to anybody, and his work ethic for young fighters to be around someone like him who's at the stage he's at, but he's in the gym day in day out working the way he works. He's a role model to anyone, and I'm proud to have him in the gym because he's a great lad and he's an unbelievable fighter.
Brilliant. And Aqib, all being well, you come through Saturday night. When are you looking to get out again? And is it going to be a step up in opponent? We know you're young, slow and steady, but you're looking fantastic.
I feel like these sort of fights, they are step ups anyway. He's got a winning record. I've only had 6 fights, so it's not no easy fight. It's no guy with a losing record. You know what I mean? And then I want activity really. Activity is key in it. I've been out 10 months, so look to get a couple of fights in this year, hopefully. Yeah.
When ideally would you like to be out next after Saturday?
September.
Next
month, yeah.
Lovely.
That'd be nice, yeah.
On that Josh Warrington undercard?
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be nice as well, yeah.
Or even AJ.
Have you not got a date now?
September 11th, yeah.
Steve Wood's getting on one of his shows.
Right, okay.
Yes, we've
good
got a date.
activity.
Yeah, so hopefully
key, yeah.
we don't bash his hands up, and we'll be good to go again.
Definitely. And finally, today, I don't know if you saw it, but it's obviously big news in British boxing. Amir Khan said he's ready for the Kell Brook fight now. After obviously it's always in conversation. Eddie said in an interview last week that he thinks it will get made. Not sure whether he'll be showing it, but Amir Khan said he's ready. So do you still think it's a big fight?
It's not as big as it would have been if they'd have fought at the same time, but it's still a big fight. And for both of them, I think, you know, they're not finished. They're towards the end of the career, but they're not finished. So it's still a good fight, and I'd certainly watch it if it's pay-per-view. I'd pay for it definitely, because it's been similar to the Mayweather-Pacquiao, not quite the level what that was, but that was past its sell by day. But I still bought the pay-per-view and watched that because it was worth watching, and I'd do the same with that.
Aqib, who would you favour in that fight?
For me, I think they both, obviously, like you say, past the best, but looking at the last performances, Khan's speed's still there really, so I'd favour Khan, yeah.
What about you, Jamie?
Yeah, I mean, let me say one thing. Amir Khan is the most naturally talented fighter I've ever been in the gym with. When he turned pro with us at Oliver's, 17 years old, I've never seen anybody with his natural speed and talent of him. So, you know, as time's gone on with experience and mileage on the clock, Kell Brook, you know, depends what weight the fight's at as well, to be honest. If it's at welterweight, I definitely would pick Khan, because I don't think Kell Brook can perform at welterweight. If it's at light middleweight, it's more of a 50-50 because of the size element. But you know, people talk about Khan not being able to hold a shot. It's ridiculous. The amount of times he's got off the floor when he's been hit with unbelievable punches and still carried on. You know, you don't get up if you can't hold a shot. So yeah, it's still a pick and fight, and that's why it's still a good fight. If one or the other was too far on the slide, then that's why it's not a competitive fight, but it's still a good fight.
100%. Aqib, Jamie, thank you for speaking to me today at Fight Week, and hopefully I'll speak to you again soon.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.